In honor of spooky season and the month of October, I am going to be presenting you guys a list of movies I have personally seen and I can promise they will scare the crap out of you. Conjuring 2, Annabelle the Creation, Hereditary, The Babadook, It Follows, The Strangers, Lights Out, Mama, Sinister, Us, Smile, and It. If you haven't seen any of those movies, watch them this month. You will have fun, but you might not sleep well. And to some people I know it isn't really scary, but to me it is because I hate clowns. Which is also why I hate the Saints. Anyway, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Happy Tuesday. Today's video, I am going to be bringing back the list of Elite. For those who are new to this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 performances from week 4, essentially. Now, I do want to point out a few things about these videos that people seem to forget. One, I leave off guys like Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. They're superhumans. They're expected to do good. They don't belong here. 2, this is just 10 guys of my top performances. I'm not saying people I left off the list did bad. This is just 10 people. And 3, these are all my personal opinions. Guys, some of you really don't understand that. Alright, couple of quick plugs and we'll get into it. 1, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. And 2, if you're 18 years or older, you can download the daily fantasy app known as Prize Picks, where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. Always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Alright, so starting off this week's list of Elite, by the way, these go in no order. We are going to give it to my boy, Jared Goff. 378 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, carrying a rating of 121.5. With little to absolutely no weapons other than TJ Hawkinson. I mentioned this yesterday, but the Lions are what, 1-3 now? And they have the #1 offense in football. That doesn't make sense. It's sickening. And you also got to understand that part of that offensive success is because of Jared Goff. He's thrown 11 touchdowns to 3 interceptions this year so far. I think he's going to finish out with a great year, and coming off a great game like that, Jared Goff has absolutely earned himself a spot on this week's list of Elite. Alright, next up on the list is another guy I said to sit in fantasy, and it is Josh Jacobs. He had a huge week. 28 attempts for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 5.1 yards a carry. He also logged in 5 more receptions, which is impressive because Derek Carr was ass. Josh Jacobs won the Raiders their game, and he won himself a spot on the list of Elite. Alright, up next we've got a rookie, and that is Patriots cornerback Jack Jones. First career start ever against the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers. This guy forced a fumble, recovered the fumble, and had a pick 6. Again, let me reiterate the circumstances here. First start ever against Green Bay, against Aaron Rodgers, and he did that. I don't need to explain anymore. I hate to see the Patriots continue to always have an electric DB, but going from JC Jackson to Jack Jones looks like it's going to be from one nightmare to another. Alright, and moving on to the next person, we've got Mike Evans joining the list of Elite this week after getting 8 receptions for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. Did you see his catch in traffic he had? I think it was the first touchdown. He got popped and he didn't drop that ball. In contested situations, especially in the end zone, this guy is an animal. Not only is he an animal, but he is the most consistent animal the league has probably ever seen. In 3 years with Tom Brady, he has like 35 touchdowns or something like that, and people don't understand, if he breaks 1,000 yards this season, that will be 9 straight. Knock on wood, I don't want him to get hurt. He's one of my favorite players, but can you imagine that? 9 straight seasons of 1,000 yards. I'll tell you what, this week's only gonna help him achieve that goal, and this week definitely helped him earn a spot on the list of Elite. Alright, moving on to the next guy. We are going back to the running backs, and we are giving it to my boy, Damien Pierce. Second big game in a row. This week it was 14 carries, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Dude, this is it. He has arrived. He is the guy there. He is going to be the points. If you happen to miss this week's game, he had a huge run against the Chargers. It was a 75-yard touchdown run. Some people are saying, you know, if he wouldn't have had that, his week wouldn't have been that great, and they're not exactly lying. However, I don't think they've been watching Damien Pierce highlights. Every single week, he has been like a hair away from making a play like he had this week. I think he's going to continue to do this. And God bless Javonte Williams. Please get well soon. Like I mentioned, he reminds me so much of Javonte Williams. He's fast, he's explosive, he's strong, he can catch if he needs to. I think this guy can be a complete package. Damien Pierce, you've made the list of Elite, my friend. I'll see you again, I'm sure. All right, and the next member of the list of elite for week 4 is also my boy, Jordan Poyer from the Buffalo Bills. Came back from an injury, and honestly, I can say confidently if he wasn't here, we wouldn't have won. 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 3 passes deflected. Sealed the turnover to give Buffalo the ball for their game-winning drive. Kyle Brandt said it best like 2 years ago, Jordan Poyer is wildly the most underappreciated safety in the league. Also, compliment to Jordan Poyer, Kyer, Elam, he has been outstanding this year. 109 snaps, he's only allowed 50 yards. But today's focus isn't on him, it's on Jordan Poyer. And Jordan Poyer, you are a dog and you've earned yourself a spot on the low. All right, next up, we've got Deebo. 6 receptions, 115 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now, I understand those stats might just be good to someone and not great. You probably didn't see his touchdown reception then, because it was insane. 3 things were displayed in that play. 1, how lazy the Rams defense was. But 2, how explosive Deebo Samuel can be. And 3, how hard he is to get on the ground when he is moving. I think he broke contact with like 6 people that play. It was ridiculous, and one of them was Jalen Ramsey, who had a one-on-one chance to tackle him. Now, the reason I say the Rams D looked lazy is because initially when he caught the ball, everybody around him was just kind of acting like someone else was gonna tackle him. And that's just when full force Deebo was plowing them over like they were fucking ragdolls. This guy gets moving, bro. You gotta be on your toes to get him down. He's just like Nick Chubb. He's gonna send your ass flying. He broke out last year. He's continuing to be great. He's showing San Francisco what they paid for. And this week, Deebo, you are absolutely elite. All right, next up, Trayvon Diggs. 2nd straight week with an interception, as well as completely shutting out Terry McLaurin. I think he had 2 receptions for like 15 yards. Look, guys, it's easy to give Trayvon shit because his advanced stats usually aren't great. But what is great about him, and it's something that I've always given credit for, is this guy is one of the best playmakers in the league. Now, when he is on his game, when he's covering, it looks like what we just saw, and that's complete dominance. I think Trayvon's a silent worker. I think when he took himself off of social media and everything, that was kind of his mindset. Hey, I'm just gonna get better. I don't need to see the negativity. I don't need to see people joking about me. Which, I mean, rightfully so. His preseason was laughably bad, but he's turned himself around, and this year I think he looks great, and this week I think he's earned himself a spot on the list of elite. All right, moving on, we got DK Metcalf. 7 receptions, 150 yards, no touchdowns, but it doesn't matter because he was a force behind the win Seattle got. Pretty sure the Lions fans thought they were watching Megatron this weekend. Yeah, I don't really have a ton to say. It really sucks he didn't get a touchdown, but like I said, you know, he's such a physical force behind the Seahawks' success that they need him to perform out there. He's such a big dude. All Geno has to do is throw it up, and there's a 99% chance he's coming down with it. Nobody's gonna hang with him in the air. Honestly, we might have seen a preview for what the rest of the year is gonna look like in Seattle as well. Just throw it up, Geno. Who knows? DK might have the best season of his life now. All right, and before we get on to number 10, I'm going to give an honorable mention, and it's from baseball because Albert Pujols, you, sir, are an absolute legend to the MLB, and I'm going to miss you so dearly when you're gone. Congratulations on, I think, 703 home runs you're at right now, and thank you for giving, I'm pretty sure, every kid ever a person to look up to. All right, and now number 10 or number 1, however you want to call it, the last spot on the list of elite is Austin Eckler. Pretty big bounce back for him so far this year, I'd say. Pretty big. It was like okay, slightly above mediocre. He had 13 carries for 60 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, as well as 6 receptions and a reception touchdown. 3 touchdown days. It was decent. Obviously fucking with you guys. This is the guy Eckler was last year, and this is the guy Eckler is. He's never going to be the guy to go out there and run for 150 yards, but he is going to be the guy to go out there and run for 50, catch for another 50, and combine for 2 or 3 touchdowns. He looked like a monster in week 4. I think he really did help Herbert get back on his feet. And not to make a poem, but Austin Eckler, you were elite. I hate myself for that. All right, everybody, and that is going to be all for my week 4 list of elite. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, you already know what to do to show support. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post on this channel every single day. Like I said, if I missed your favorite player, I'm sorry. Let me know in a respectful manner, and I might be able to interact with it. But if you're going to yell at me, I'm going to ignore it. Anyway, you guys know the drill. I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you can watch it on time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, and as always, I will see you in the next video.